Is there a clicker or I just point to you? Just point to me. Yeah.
What we're going to do is I'm going to do the announcements at the beginning of the time. While the food's being set up, we'll take a brief break to get the food, and then we'll have our presentation by our guests. So, if you will,
What's that, Reverend?
we call the meeting to order of the Rotary Club of Florence. I'm gonna get this right. Rotary Club of Florence serving all Boone County. And I want to call Marcus Silman up. He's going to do our prayer pledge and four-way test.
Thank you, Madam President. Let us pray. We ask that you guide and direct our club, dear Lord, its leaders and their actions. Grant that each of us may feel the responsibility to Rotary, to our community, to our country, and all involved in it. We bless the hands that prepare this food. We constantly ask for guidance and direction in everything we do for Rotary. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our four-way test. First is the second, federal officer. Third, will it build goodwill and reputation? And fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Play ball.
Thank you, Marcus. Sean.
Yes.
There you are.
I'm here. So we just have breaking news that the Philadelphia Eagles have signed Jalen Hurts to a $250-some million contract, 5 years. So the Bengals number for number 9, Joe Burrow, just went up. So be aware of that. There's going to be a major sigh in the Browns offices over in Cincinnati. But we wanted to bring that up because we love Joe. We get the whole community gets excited when our sports team are doing well. Now, we did split the series with the Phillies this weekend. There were a couple softball scores, and the last one was not so good. But we have 4 more wins than we had last year at this time. So let's keep that in mind. So we're happy about that. And last year, one of the ownership's family members said, well, where are you going to go? And I would still go to Great American Ballpark, but I did need to tell Phil that I routinely go to the Florence Y'alls game. And I hope they don't break up the vibe because my wife likes to go to the Y'alls game. And when we don't have the grandkids, we can sit in the stands and watch baseball or yak or watch planes land. And when she does want to go with the grandkids, then we have all kinds of things for them to do too. And we were told last year that when the grandkids, our 3-year-old, started out on the third base line, he's going to end up on the first base line, all the way down right field. So now we know that I need to be positioned at the third base line, he needs to be positioned at the first base line, because trying to find a 3-year-old with another 50, 60, 70 kids running is a bit of a challenge. Go you all.
All right. So, wait, did we skip one? Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. Time to move into the announcements. If you want to go on and go to the next one, I'm throwing out the help wanted sign. We are looking for a secretary and we are looking for a treasurer. If you have any questions about what those positions entail within the club, you can check with me, you can check with Ian, you can check with Brad, and we'll explain what's going on. So we're just looking for a couple of people, and it does have to be 2 people. Both people can't, one person can't do both positions, but we're looking for 2 people to step up and help the club. This is a reminder to invite more friends to Rotary. We've got some really great programs, the Florence Y'alls today, the scholarship program next week. I think the week after that is the Secretary of State. So we've got some really great programs coming up. So invite people to come to Rotary with you. We had the Paul Harris Foundation dinner last Tuesday. And Greg, did you want to give us an update?
Thank you. First, it's my honor to present to Neville Buchanan his Paul Harris Foundation +4 pin.
Oh.
presented 8 Paul Harris fellowships this past week. And you know, you get a Paul Harris fellowship by giving $1,000 to the family. And then if you keep giving, you get another pin with a ruby or a star or a diamond on it, and you become a PH plus 1 or 2 or 3 ounce. That was a PH plus 4. The club gave this to Neville, gave a contribution in Neville's name because of the work he's done over the last few years, especially through COVID. Before we got our new video pro, Neville was our video pro. He did the newsletter. He did lots of communications. So thank you. We tried something different this year. We tried to make this a moneymaker, and it worked, believe it or not. Number one, we got a $2,500 donation from Duke Energy, thanks to Senator Schickel. He went out and pounded the doors for that. We made a few bucks for each person that came to eat. We auctioned off Paul Harris polio coins, $1 gold coins made by the U.S. Mint. We had some $44 million lottery tickets. Brad donated those. Did anybody win?
No.
Sorry. No new client for you.
No.
And what else did we do? We had some fancy booze to sell off.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we got some nice bucks for that. I think in all, we added about $5,000 to this club's bank account.
All right.
That's a big deal, because in the last year, we've had nothing in that bank account. So we got a little balance again. We're safe. We're gonna make it through the summer but when you get your dues invoice, pay it on time. It matters. Thank you.
All right, Boone County High School, every year we volunteer as club members to spend some time doing the senior exit interviews. If you have not sat in on any of these interviews, they're fabulous. I mean, learning what these kids are planning to do, what their expectations are for their life. This is probably my favorite thing of the year, is to go in and sit in on these senior exit interviews. And Boone County High School is still needing some community members to sit in on the interviews. So I know Julie sent out an email earlier today with the link in it that you can go in and you can sign up to be a community member. It's an experience not to be missed, so I highly recommend it. All right, I got some save the dates for you. Dan, since yours is first on date-wise, Trash for Cash is another program that we're going to do to raise some money for the club.
So this coming Saturday, about 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to lead a group meeting here. We're going to clean the roadway, both sides, from about Dorothy Avenue all the way down to Weaver. We're going to have to figure out the logistics of it all, but for each mile that we clean, Boone County is going to give us $100, so we can clean up to 5 miles, which I guess is that whole stretch right there. But so we potentially have an opportunity to do a service project that benefits the community and makes us money. So that's coming up Saturday. 10 o'clock in the morning. We need. I told the county that we would have 15 volunteers. My immediate family is 5, so they're all on board. Julie is sending her husband and son, so that's 7.
I've got myself and my son.
Okay, there we go, 9.
I'll do it.
I mean, excellent. All right, cool. So we'll meet here and then kind of figure out, who's going to start where. I think we should probably have a team start down by Weaver and work this way. A team that starts here works that way, maybe somebody in the middle too. There's a little bit of training involved because there's a lot of drug paraphernalia, unfortunately, that we may encounter along the way. At which point we're instructed to call the sheriffs. But we'll have examples of that when we meet up on Saturday.
We're going to be here at the Nature Center.
It's meet in the parking lot here and then kind of go from there. Yeah, that's the plan. So.
All right.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. All right, next one is also a fundraiser for the club. May 4th, there'll be more information coming out with exactly how to do this, but we're going to do a Panda Express fundraiser where plan to have your meal on May 4th. with Panda Express, and the club gets a percentage of everything you spend there.
And that one's like good, like across the US.
Yes.
So any Panda Express, you just have to put in the code and our club receives the money.
Yes, and we'll be sharing that out with the whole district and pushing it out. So share it on your Facebook once we send you the information. May 13th, one of our speakers here will be the Miracle League Fields. And then we're going to do a service project on May 13th with that organization. So look for more information to come out about that. We've got the clay shoot on Saturday, June 10th. And then looking forward, be getting your groups together for the golf outing in October. So, April 28th through 29th, we do have the district conference down in Pikeville. Julie is representing us. Greg, I believe you're going to that. Anyone else wants to go? Oh, Dennis is going. Sign up. Julie is offering a carpool, so make sure that you work on that. The agenda looks absolutely amazing. And unfortunately, I can't go. I have senior stuff going on with my middle child who's graduating from high school, so I didn't go. All right. Don't forget that if you're looking at how to use DACDB or My Rotary, that they have some really nice little short webinars online about how to use all of those. There's a lot of stuff you can do with My Rotary, DACDB. So look for those and take care of that. And then Happy Dollars. Who has something that you're excited, that's great? Oh, Julie's hand.
I already picked Ian, so.
Okay.
So I actually have 3 of them. First, shout out to my son, because he took the ACT in April, I think, when they went to high school. He got a composite 30, but he got a perfect 36 in science and 35 in math.
Whoa.
And he found out this past week that he got accepted to the Governor's Scholarship for Entrepreneurs, so he's gonna be doing that program this summer.
Wow.
Shout out to my daughter, she just got accepted as an ambassador for the Arts and Sciences program at University of Kentucky. They have 5, that's the largest college at University of Kentucky, 5,000 students, only 20 students were accepted to be ambassadors. So she gets to and I finished my taxes last night.
Yay.
That's nice.
Oh, no,
One more Happy Dollar, the cater's finally ready. It's the Happy Dollar.
any other? Yes.
I took on the CASA family 5 or 6 months ago, and I had the privilege to, they were, not that this is directly related to CASA, but I got to see the mother and the 2 kids baptized yesterday.
So Tuesday, I was recognized as a Paul Harris Fellow by the generosity of my man Dennis here. I send my kids to Catholic school, so I don't have a lot of disposable income that I could do something like that on my own, at least while they're in school. So that was, a great gift to me. They say, never meet your heroes, but I can tell you, Dennis McAvoy is the exception to that.
All right.
Anyone else?
Dennis is gonna put in some money on it.
Yeah, I gotta put it in. Hey, we could have had a more worthy recipient than Ian. What that guy does for this club, and I told him this the other day at church. He was one of the main cogs that kept this afloat during these COVID years. So, I am, right back at you for all the kind things he said to me.
Thank you.
Oh, Happy Dollars, that's like all of you, we've got children, we've even got grandkids, but they moved into a new home 4 miles from us. I'm just happy to see a young family settle into a new home, and especially that they're close.
All right, anything else? All right, I'll remind you ways to support the club is to connect your Kroger Plus card to community rewards for the Rotary Club. And then, birthdays, Barb.
Ooh.
What was
before we get into our program, why don't we go ahead and get food, and then that way our speakers can get set up.
Next year,
Can we sit? Yeah, we can pull up some chairs. Yeah. Yeah, let me get your slideshow pulled up. And actually, this works out really well. So whoever sits in the middle, I'll just put the microphone on you guys, and then you won't have to share it back and forth.
We'll be able to pick them up, or do you want me to just...
So we have to stick that back there. Do you want me to set this up?
No, I can do it.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you guys want an introduction, or do you want to introduce yourselves?
It's up to you.
Yeah. How do you like it? Does it matter?
We usually leave it up to the speaker. Some people like.
I'll introduce us.
All right.
Yep.
Thank you. And
Appreciate it.
personally, my family loves
Good.
Christmas. We do what we call experiences as a gift rather than something, we have stuff around. For my husband, we know every year to get him.
I'm glad to hear.
And when you got, that's why I
Still don't know where. Did you get socks yet?
Y'all suck.
You get your pair of socks too. You got any some underwear too? Going out? Any what?
No.
Underwear this year? No, we should probably don't. Could get boxes.
They got
Did he say anything to you?
Yeah, 4 question marks, which is what he always texts everyone. If you don't text him back or call him, he'll just send question mark, question mark, question mark. And it's like a running joke in the office. Because he'll text Nick and Aaron at like 2 a.m. asking for pictures from the game from that night. And they're like, dude, like, yeah, he doesn't even say anything. He just sends question marks to the point where they just know, like, he's looking for pictures. This year, we're going to throw them into a Dropbox folder, and they can just go in and grab them themselves. But they're not going to get uploaded that night.
Working guy.
Little, you know. What time are we opening registration at 3:30?
Registration at 2:30. Trial starts at 3:30. Right? That's what I've been told. I'm assuming.
Okay.
What's on the field guy?
That 3:30 start time.
Tom Ford is practicing.
It says they are. I mean, they're probably there now. Sorry, Max. Nice to meet you.
He's the one who does all the work and you take the credit.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
He's the head guy.
Is that Danny's? Is that Danny's guy? Why didn't we bring Danny? He's right up all their alley. Look at him.
You know what? No. You would be.
Sorry.
You got the bell.
Bring everybody back together. All right. So it is my pleasure to, I'm going to kind of introduce themselves. Florence Y'all, I've been looking forward to this program. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Max Johnson. I'm the general manager with the Y'alls. I've been with the team now for about 9 years. Started off as an intern and kind of worked my way up. So kind of know the ins and outs of everything when it comes to working in minor league baseball. To my right here is our president, David DelBello. And to my left is our new field manager, Chad Rhodes. Chad was previously with the team back in 2015 for a season before he went on to coach in the Marlins organization for a few years. Came back during 2020, during the pandemic, coached for us in 2020 and 2021 as a pitching coach for our team. And we're welcoming him back this year as the field manager. He took a year off, moved to Portugal, had his fun, but now he's back and we're ready for baseball. So today I'm going to kind of go through just very briefly kind of what we have going on at the stadium this year. But then I really want to open up to a panel and just kind of answer the questions that y'all might have for us about kind of what we're doing within the community and events that we have going on at the stadium to kind of be involved with. I know that we've set up a group outing for you all coming up this summer. So it's a day for you, everyone out at the ballpark. So hopefully we'll see you there when that time comes. So just if you don't know who the Florence Y'alls are, we're a minor league baseball team in the Frontier League. The Frontier League is minor league independent. So we don't feed directly into the teams like the Reds or the Marlins or the Yankees or the Red Sox. Our guys and our team, we're a partner league. So what we do is we are there as a kind of development for these guys to get signed on by affiliated teams. If the Reds want our players or if the Brewers want our players, they have to buy out their contracts. There's a buyout price that we have posted throughout the league. It's a flat rate no matter who they are. And we average about 3 to 5 guys getting picked up a year. Now with the MLB kind of dumbing down their minor league kind of system, the number isn't as great as it used to be. We used to average between 6 to 8 a year, but now it's gone down a little bit because the minor league system has shrunk. Sorry, I'm just gonna stand over here. If you didn't know, we have a turf field. This is great for us, and this is great across kind of the entire board as a facility because we don't have to worry about pulling tarp and rain. It could be raining 1 minute, and 10 minutes later, we can be back out on the field playing because of the irrigation system that's underneath it. Whereas modern day grass and the Reds field, they have to pull the tarp across the dirt and kind of prevent the mud and things like that, so they can still play. But at the end of the day, our goal is to be affordable family fun. We want you to be able to come out with your kids, grandkids, brother, sister, whoever, and not break the bank on attending a baseball game like you can at some other ballparks around town and other stadiums around town in general. So that's kind of what we're here for and kind of what we're all about. So everything we theme and everything we focus on is about being so much more than baseball. And kind of, to the sense of, we brand ourselves as being, affordable family fun, y'all's culture. Y'all's culture to us is basically Southern hospitality. So we're here for you, and we want to make the experience the best you could have at a baseball facility with the people that are present. We have some theme nights that we do every single year. The theme nights are catered to the kids. Some of them are a little bit more grown-up focused, but we have our country night where we're having a country artist come out and play. We have a mechanical bull that's being sponsored by the Florence, Texas Roadhouse out at the ballpark. We also have Margaritaville night where we partner with Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville. And we're going to be having some bands and stuff that do kind of the fun Jimmy Buffett kind of covers. And we have like a beach towel giveaway on that night with some fun margarita drinks. We also have our Star Wars night, which we'll have Star Wars characters that will come out and take pictures with the kids. We also have a lightsaber giveaway. And then we have a fireworks show that night that's kind of themed around kind of the Star Wars kind of network. On July 29th, we have our Christmas in July. This is a night that we're using to not only promote Christmas in July because it's fun, but to also promote our Deck the Y'alls Light Fest, which is something I'll get into a little bit later, which was a light festival that we did. We had 34 open nights on 38 dates. We had an ice rink out on the field. We had an interactive light fest and a carnival out at the ballpark. And then on August 11th, we close out our biggest nights with our Marvel Superhero Night, where we partner with Marvel Comics. Again, we have superheroes that come out for that and take pictures with the kids and just make it all about, kind of Marvel theme based. The players wear theme jerseys on all these nights. But then the other things that we're doing is we have bobblehead giveaways. We have a snow globe giveaway in July. We do other specialty giveaways like lightsabers for the kids and things like that. And our big ticket item at the ballpark, if you haven't had it and you're a big fan of bourbon, we have our own bourbon slushie out at the ballpark. It's very popular. It's the go-to drink at the bar. So if that's something of your liking, you definitely recommend trying out a bourbon slush or two. Be very forewarned, there's a lot of sugar in them, though. But on Saturday nights, we have post-game concerts, and the kids can play kickball out on the field. It's just another way to kind of extend the night for the families to enjoy and have fun. On Friday nights, we have fireworks, and we kind of execute this from top to bottom with a team of interns and seasonal staff. And then I have a team of about 12 front office staff members myself. And this is kind of what we do year round, the 12 of us, is just, planning and executing these kind of events that we have all throughout the year. So it looks like little daily promotions that we have going on. So every Tuesday night, we have $2 Tuesdays. It's $2 tickets, $2 hot dogs, $2 popcorn, $2 soda, and $2 ice cream. On Wednesdays, we have $1 hot dogs, and the ticket to our game is insured by our insurance company. If the Y'alls lose, your ticket is good for the last Wednesday game of the season. So you have an insurance on your ticket that you buy for any Wednesday game that you come out to. On Thursdays, we have our Thirsty Thursdays. So it's $1 10-ounce beers and $2 20-ounce beers, along with $5 craft beers. Fireworks, we have on Fridays, Saturdays are Rockin' Saturdays, and Sundays are Family Sundays. On Family Sundays, the kids can run the bases post-game, and all 25 of the players on our active roster sign autographs for everyone. So it's just another fun thing. It's a Sunday day game. Those games are at 1. So it gives you the freedom to, have a late dinner afterwards, or, attend right after church after you head out of lunch. You can head to the ballpark for a game. Okay. So some other things that we kind of do. I talked about concerts and the fireworks, but we also have our own amateur baseball department. So on weekends when the Y'alls are out of town, we're hosting tournaments at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way up to 18U. Tournaments it's opportunities for kids to play on the field. As well, on Saturday mornings and Monday nights, we host our own T-ball and coach pitch league. So this is an opportunity. It's a, teaching the kids the game of baseball and kind of growing them from kind of top to bottom as Y'alls fans. So we're starting them out, at the T-ball level, and hopefully they graduate to be on one of the select teams or one of the teams at the high school level who get to play at our stadium year round. And then, kind of on to Thomas More now, whose home field is Thomas More Stadium, which is what we are. So there's an opportunity for these kids in the Florence and Boone County area and the Cincinnati area to play at our stadium at all levels now, from T-ball all the way to professional. But high school games, we host the 9th Regions tournament. So, Dixie, Beechwood, Covcath, Highlands, Ryle, Boone County, Connor, and all of them, they all play out here for our regional tournament. That's a big weekend for us. It's another opportunity for the kids to play on the field, have the big scoreboard, have their name announced, have the walk-up music, just kind of a cool environment for everyone from top to bottom. And then the Deck the Y'alls Lights Festival. So like I hit on before, that's a light show that we're bringing to the ballpark. We want it to be kind of focused as affordable family fun as well. So you come in, you get it's a 20-minute interactive light show on the field that you can walk through and immerse yourself with, and a ton of lights. There's ice skating on the field, so there's an ice rink present and a carnival as well. And then Santa Claus is there taking pictures with the kids and family photos and that kind of thing. So effectively right now, the stadium is open and run 11 months out of the year. The only time we're closed down right now is January, and that's basically just time so we can get all the Deck the Y'all stuff off the field before Thomas More starts on the field. So we're kind of, there's always something going on every single day. The past few weeks, we hosted the Seven Hills Easter egg hunt. The week prior to that, we had the City of Florence's Easter egg hunt. And then this past weekend, Thomas More had a day at the ballpark, where they honored all their district champions and national champions all the way back to the 70s. And they also had David Justice out, who was a Thomas More alumni, former MLB Rookie of the Year and 2-time World Series winner. So basically at every day, at every aspect in time, there's something going on at the ballpark, baseball related, 9 times out of 10. And that's kind of what we're here and what we're all about. And then our team, and I'll let Chad talk a little bit more about the team, kind of who we have coming in, kind of what we're excited about. But bringing a professional level of baseball to the Florence area that fans can enjoy and kind of take a liking to. We don't have Joey Votto, but I hope that our first baseman Brennan Price could be the next Joey Votto for some young fan in the Florence and Boone County and greater Cincinnati community.
Yeah, I'll say a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, Dave, sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm Dave DelBello again. I'm the president, owner of the team. As you all may or may not know, we bought the team back in 2019. So this is really going to be our second full year. Of course, we bought the team in 19. We all know what happened to COVID in 20. So it was a brilliant move at that time, but it paid off ultimately. What I just wanted to mention was, you notice that when Max talked, the first time he mentioned a player was in his last paragraph. And that is kind of where we live. We are minor league baseball. We were not here. You mentioned Joey Votto. We never have anybody who's a name like that. I mean, we can't do that. We pay these kids not a lot of money. They're chasing the dream of being called up into an affiliated organization. But as a business, to be successful, we have to do all these ancillary events that Max talked about. It's important for us to grow things like our Light Fest. It's important for us to host the regional finals. What we are as part of the community is critical to what we do. People don't come to us simply for the Y'alls baseball games. In fact, the Y'alls baseball games are what allow us to do other things, which allows us to be a successful business entity. We are here, you hear of us with the Y'alls, we want you all to come, we want you guys to come and bring your groups, bring your companies. You guys are already going to come as a Rotary group, which is fantastic. We just want to make sure that you guys understand and the community understands we are here for you, right? Whether it's your kids playing T-ball with us,
And by the way, T-ball, we put 600 people through that, 600 kids through that every year. In fact, we partnered with the YMCA, and the Y doesn't even do T-ball anymore. Everything comes through us. So it's a really, really unique experience. We've got 300 kids in the field at one time on a Saturday morning. We split the field up into 4 different small fields. And it's just a ride. It's exactly right. It's a lot of fun. It's all community focused and community engaged. So that all said, baseball is still critically important, and we want to win a championship. This organization has not won a championship in the Frontier League yet, but our goal is ultimately to do so for sure. We think the community deserves that as well. Chad, our new manager, is exactly the guy who's going to make it happen. Tell us about it.
Not afraid of that.
Never afraid of a challenge. Yeah, like I said, Max mentioned me and my wife moved to Portugal this past year. That's been a challenge in itself, being able to live in a culture with a different language and kind of survive in there. So I loved it. She loved it. We're going back. That's another story. I really resonated with this when you guys went over that, the 4-way test. It's the way I coach, and it's the way I built this team. I inherited a full roster from the past season. In my own mindset, in my own evaluations of those players, I did make some releases and I made some cuts, and I chopped down about half that roster. And then I searched myself. I have a lot of contacts within baseball at different levels, and I really researched and did my homework on guys I call. Number one is character. Like, you have to be able to be a part of the team. I'm blunt with those guys. I'm very blunt, open, and honest, because that's what professional baseball players need, especially at this level. They've mentioned, these guys, they don't make very much money. And on average, these guys, everybody on our team is going to make somewhere between $1,000 and $2,000 per month. And the season is 4.5 months. So this is independent baseball. It's not something you do to make a living for these guys. And they know that. They understand that. But what they are chasing is the opportunity. And these guys are very talented. I don't want to make it seem like these guys, they're not talented, they're not good enough. They are good enough. They're just as talented as guys at the big league level. They just can't do it on a consistent basis. They need to figure out why they're here and what they need to do in order to be able to give themselves an opportunity to get back. We do have more than half our team has affiliated experience in the minor leagues. I have guys from the Yankees, the Marlins, the Mariners, the Nationals, the Tigers. There's guys from most of the teams. There's guys from the Reds as well. I have a guy who pitched in the big leagues up and down. He won a World Series ring in 2014. So the age of our players is typically around 22, and I have one that's 35. So in the middle, usually most of our guys are around 20, 26, 28. So they're in this period of their life where they are chasing a dream. But we do, the point that I want to make for our guys that coming in is it's a fan experience. They're here chasing their dream personally, but they're here for the community. They're here for the kids. So my goal with our players, I have spring training starts in about a week. I have 40 guys coming in. I roster them as 24. So the guys that are making the team, they're going to be on board. They're going to understand the vibe. But we want to be able for them to come to the field. And I want you to make one relationship with one kid. That's it. Meet one kid, shake his hand, introduce yourself, get to know his name, make him feel good. He's going to bring back his friends. He's going to bring back his family. You do that for one kid every single game, then we do have a good fan base. And we do have a fan base that's rooting you on personally. So that's kind of the initiative I'm pushing on the fans. I want our players are very accessible. They're more accessible than you are at a minor league game, at a big league game. They're going to come up, they're going to talk to you. You ask them questions, they're going to be open and honest. So they're there, and they know why they're there, and they're going to put on a good show for you guys. I kind of got lost track, and as far as building this team, I kind of started building an offensive line. I did. We have mentioned Brandon Price. He's 6'9", 300 pounds. I signed these 2 pitchers recently. They're both over 6'6", 260. And when we have some guys out there that are enormous, it's going to be fun to watch these guys. You're going to put on a really good show. The guys are going to play together. But like I said, this is how we're building it right here, and I really like that. So thank you guys for having us. And if you guys have any questions, I'm sure that's kind of what we're opening up to.
Dennis, with regard to Major League Baseball and their agreement a couple of years ago with the Players Association, you had the forced cut down on major or minor league teams. So theoretically, you should have a larger quality pool of players because those guys were playing affiliated ball 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and now they're coming out of college or whatever. And the the chances and the openings are limited, so you guys, the quality of baseball, independent wise, should be much higher.
It is getting there, and it's getting there very quickly. So you're right. It funnels down, and so it funnels, and those guys need jobs, and our rosters are limited, and those players know that. The draft got shortened as well to 5 rounds instead of 1 million that it used to be. And so for us, what we're pushing is we want to keep a young team. And so what we created, we didn't mention this, in 2020, we started the first independent analytical team. So you'll see all the analytics and the metrics at the professional level. We brought that to the Y'alls. We have the only analytical team in independent baseball right now that's been running for 2 years. So, and I get those kids, I get seniors in college that are they're the analysts on their college baseball team, and they're wanting to have a future in baseball. So my pipeline it's not necessarily just to push the players on the field to get back to affiliated baseball. I have a pipeline that I want to run for the analysts, for the scouts, for all those jobs that are in professional baseball. This is the avenue to go through. So those analysts, I'm coming back to the draft, is we want, since the draft is only 5 rounds now, there's so many kids in college, really good players that are getting overlooked. My analysts, we track the draft, and we're going to talk to the first available players that don't get drafted that were very talented. So that's something we have coming up in the middle of the season. So look forward to bringing in some new college players if we have some openings.
Thank you. Do your players still live in the homes of people in the community?
They do. Yep. So we have about 15 host families this year. We have some that have been with us for a long time. We have about 4 or 5 that are brand new this year. So yeah, they're great. They're great individuals and great families. They attend the games too. So we always have a core group of individuals who are well connected and well versed with our players and support them individually, as well as a team to kind of come out to the games each and every night. So it's fantastic. And it's because they're not making a lot of money. The league has rules on how much kids are allowed to make depending on their age and their experience and things like that. So we can't dictate how, we can't pay a guy more because the value of them, it all breaks down to experience and things like that. So we opened up to having the host families. And we're one of the few teams within the league. There's 16 teams with a successful host family program to provide housing for these kids.
I've noticed the genesis of more international type players or Latin. It's kind of curious to see that from where we began with this team. And the second question would be: do you ever look to focus on a particular university or locally where you would hope to have a spot on your team for that, which would be obviously an additional local draw? Sure.
We international players. We have players from Nicaragua, from the Dominican Republic, from Puerto Rico, from Venezuela. We have players that we have resources from other countries, and we're pushing that a little bit this year. So some of our starters and some of our better players from Latin descent from different countries, and that's something that we hope to continue on with. The only issue there is it's hopefully I try to bring on some players that actually can communicate, and rather than having to translate the entire time. So it gets a little dicey sometimes if you have 3 or 4 guys.
We should be a little funny around here.
And the other side for the colleges, yes, I have some relationships. We met Thomas Moore, the coach is there. I have a meeting with Xavier. I have some connections at UC. Obviously, University of Kentucky is some players I'm talking to. We signed a player that was with Stopper of the Year in 2019 with Louisville. So we do have some local players that we have some kids from Mason that play in the Yankees organization. So we have some players right within 30 minutes that play professionally that are here to kind of give that second go.
Great. Other questions? Thank you guys very much.
Say if you want, this will be really cool. On the table, they didn't mention it, but on the table, there should be a sample Florence Y'all. Make sure you pick one up.
Appreciate it, of course.
We do have a date, and I can't remember it off the top of my head. Wayne was actually going to talk about it today, but he is not here. Remember him, he's feeling under the weather today. But look for that announcement to come out with the date that we will be gathering together as a social event. And a personal note, my family loves to go to the Florence Y'all game. So if you have not been, I highly recommend it. It is good family fun. It's good fun just to go and hang out, and your players really are accessible. So I will agree with that. Next week, as I said, we do have the scholarship celebration. So, and that one is at the large house. So I want to make sure you know the next week here at the large meeting center. Anything else for the good of the group? No? I found my bell.